Welcome back, everyone, to What's on Our Screens. I'm Ryan, and I have Caspian with me as usual.
Bum 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 ba da 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 da.
We're talking about the Mario Brothers movie
No way.
because we both saw it this weekend.
Yeah, and apparently have differing opinions.
I guess we'll just jump right into it. I just was not super into it. I don't know what the reason was. I think it might have been just partly because I was tired and I'd just gotten back to Tulsa the day before, so I was kind of tired. Didn't want to really do anything. Was like, oh, I'll just go enjoy a movie. I saw Air right before this. Like, walked out of Air, went to the bathroom, and then walked into the theater
I
to
don't
see
know what
this.
air is, but
It's about Nike trying to
okay.
get Michael Jordan to sign with them, and it's directed by Ben Affleck. It's got Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in it.
Okay.
It was
I
good.
kind of remember
It was
seeing that
good. I
trailer now.
enjoyed it. I like genuinely enjoyed that, and then walked into Mario and was like, I think also some of my hesitance with liking it was just all of the stuff that I'd read and heard and all the like preamble getting to it coming out.
Yeah.
So I think some of that's kind of tainted my experience with it.
Yeah, I think I saw like a headline. I don't know what like rating company it was, but it was like one that specializes in like animation films, and it got like a really low rating. It was
See,
like Hop, what it like some I don't know. I like vaguely have heard of that, like some movie about a bunny like scored higher than it.
yes, I know Hop.
Yeah, yeah. And people were like, Hop did better than it.
Yeah,
So yeah, I was a little nervous going into it because of
yeah.
that.
Well, what did you think? You liked it, yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I know I talked to you a little bit about it, but like I was worried as soon as we had the whole plot line of like Mario Luigi are just in the normal world and they, somehow get sucked into this like Nintendo world. So I was like, no, cuz I was like I don't want this like half the plot to be like, "Oh my gosh, like what is this world? How do we like adapt to?" Which that did happen, but it was like really fast paced and like I didn't mind it at all. Like there wasn't this constant like, "What is this? What is that?" Like it just was like he like adapted really quickly. So I was fine with it after that, but going into it I was like I wish we could just like establish it. But I did think like the plot line of like humans being in the world was kind of interesting, and like there was like the backstory of Peach, which I don't, yeah, not that like I'm like looking at the like Super Mario lore very
Yeah,
often,
yeah.
but I'm like that is kind of interesting and something I've never thought about. But overall, I just thought it was like a really good like hat tip to like a lot of just like Nintendo things. Like I remember at the beginning, um it's like Mario or Luigi, like their phones ringing, and it's like the GameCube startup sound. Um, I thought just like I mean, there's obviously like the Mario Kart scene, but I also thought like when he's like fighting DK, that was kind of like a Smash kind of um,
Yeah, yeah.
reference. So like I don't know, I was just sitting there and I was like enjoying it. I especially like for like a franchise like Mario, there's so much that you can do with it, and I feel like they tried to like at least do a decent amount and like tip their hat to as much as they could. Um, I will say like my only like nitpick is just like voice actors. Like you're just getting well known people. Um, like Toad's voice is like
It's Keegan Michael
yeah,
Key.
which I like him, but, like, I don't know, we think of their, like especially Toad's voice is, like, super high, like, I feel like not that I'd want it to be like a kid or something, but still, like, I know some of the Toads had, like, a, like, just, like, stereotypical, like, cute voice, but, like, just, like, he just sounded like a man, so,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that sounded kind of weird. I'm not a huge fan of Chris Pratt. I do think he did, like, decent where, like, I was able to, like, forget that it was just Chris Pratt,
Y-
voice acting.
I f- for how much people got angry and annoyed that he wasn't going to be doing an Italian accent,
Yeah.
you
Uh,
forget about it really quickly, and it really works.
well, he wasn't doing it the whole time. Well, like
Well,
people were wanting him to.
yes, people
Oh,
were wanting him
I
to.
did not want that.
Yeah. I, I like within 2 minutes, I was like, cool, this is like a good Mario voice, and it's not like you can't really tell it's Chris Pratt. Everybody else you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Day as Luigi, you can definitely tell that's Charlie Day,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm glad he was not in it as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Well, and like Anya Taylor-Joy did Peach. I'm like, it's just her voice. Like
Yeah.
they just hired these well-known actors that just have a well-known voice. I'm like, it's kind of
Rogan
annoying.
too. I feel like Rogan was the worst.
Who is he? I didn't even...
Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong.
I thought for some you said Rogan. I thought Joe Rogan.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, what?
No.
Yeah, I think Seth Rogen's just more likable. So like, I didn't mind it as much. But yeah, I'm still like, he's not like a voice actor. Like he's just doing his voice. I mean, Jack Black obviously I think did a really good job. But like he has experience like with Kung Fu Panda. Like I'm like he can. I can get lost in his character rather than just like hearing his voice. But yeah, like there was a bunch of like well-known voice actors that had like the most like minute roles. Like the voice actor that does like Jake the dog from Adventure Time was like in it, and he also like does the robot in Futurama. I'm blanking on the name, but like a really well-versed like voice actor. And it says he had Uncle Arthur. I don't even know who that is.
Probably just one of the family members that was sitting at the dinner table.
Yeah. So just like, and I was looking through like a lot of the other little roles, and like these people had like so small roles, had like this like long career in voice acting. So I was like,
I mean, if you go back and look at any like true voice actors, that's kind of just what their career looks like. Is they just have like hundreds upon hundreds of credited roles, and most of it's just like little stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So there's that point too. But yeah, I just felt like, obviously I get it. It was going to be a big movie, so they wanted a big cast, but I was like, that's kind of one flaw where I feel like you could have, because like the characters are already so like established and so well known. I was like, we don't need to like put a really well-known voice over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, why didn't you like it, or what fell short?
I don't know. I kind of talked about the little things. I think I understand the need for the plot to move really quickly, but I felt like all the emotional beats were really yada yada'd. Like we just went from like there's a conflict to a minute later there's a resolution, and then we're moving on with the plot in some way, shape, or form. Like towards the end there's like the moment where like Donkey Kong and Mario connect over their issues with their dad. And I'm like and it's like they're stuck in the belly of the fish, and then they're like fighting, and then like a minute later they're like, yeah, I don't think my dad's proud of me either, and then they're like, we can be friends, and then they escape, and then that's like the end of that.
I guess I did feel that like even after that conversation, like Donkey Kong was still kind of like rude to him, so I do feel like it wasn't completely resolved, but I get what you're saying.
And then I think the earlier one that I like rubbed me wrong was like when Mario first gets to the Mushroom Kingdom, he like storms into the castle, gets like captured by the like Toad guards, and then Princess Peach is like, who are you? Oh, you're a human? Cool, I need your help getting the Donkey Kong people to fight Bowser. And I was like, whoa, holy crap, we are moving really, really fast.
Hey, now, he had to earn that spot to help her, if you remember.
I do remember, but like the initial conversation that they have just moves, and I was like, what's happening? And then by the time we got to the end of it, I was like, okay, I know where we are now, but how we got from A to B was like really quick, like way too quick for me.
Yeah.
But I understand the need to like condense things because it is an animated movie, but also it's like how long was Minions the Minions movie that came out earlier this year?
I have no idea.
I'm just curious. Oh no, it was also 90 minutes. Okay, I thought it might be longer. I don't know. I just thought
Yeah. No, that's
it
valid.
could have been a little bit longer.
Yeah. I think I like I another like aspect like I went in just I feel like just a lot of animation movies do this nowadays, but they like really rely on humor.
Hmm.
It
That was my other question for you.
it I don't remember ever really laughing.
Yeah, me neither.
There was like that Star Ghost thing that was
Yep,
supposed to
yep.
be funny, but I was like that's just like I don't know. That it's like it was like dark humor for people that have never
It was
ex-
like the existential
yeah.
crisis star that was only for like the adults that were taking their kids to go see the
Yeah.
movie,
But even me like
and I like chuckled.
yeah.
Like,
It wasn't even that funny, but I thought it was gonna be like a really like comedic movie, but it really wasn't, and I was like, that's just something I noticed, but I was like, I still like was entertained the whole time, and like again, I don't know if that's just going like regardless of like what the plot was, like I think I was just like really immersed in those, just like I don't know, seeing these characters that we've like grown up playing like in like a I don't know in a narrative setting and like really getting to see the world in like a 3-dimensional atmosphere. I just was like just really enjoyed. So the part of me like kind of maybe the plot wasn't as strong to you, but like where I was just like, oh, I'm just having a good time, just like watching this visually.
there are some
Uh,
really fun like action sequences. The one that really stood out to me was at the beginning when they get the call for the people who need plumbers, and their car breaks down, and Mario just like jumping through the, and it's
yeah.
just like Mario gameplay, but they made it like really exciting, and it was like fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
That, and then I think there's another sequence kind of like that were just like really fun, and the action was like well
Mm-hmm.
made, but at the same time it's like it's just Mario gameplay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, one other like thing that I just was like I was really relying on is is something super well. I thought they could have incorporated. They like had like a pretty like well-known, like, soundtrack, like, just the songs that, like, are really well known. I was like, "You guys have such a good, like, music library," and, like,
Yeah,
it
but they
was
were like, nah,
not
Beastie
touched.
Boys.
Yeah, it was not touched at all, and then we get on Rainbow Road, and I'm like, "Mm, we about to play Rainbow Road?" And it, like, no, nothing. So, like, that was another thing I was like, "We don't" again, this is already, like, a really well-known, like, franchise, we don't let's stay in the realm of it. Um, but yeah. I wanted to hear Rainbow Road while they were just
Yeah,
driving.
yeah,
That
yeah.
would have been nice.
um One of the things that I was really impressed with, I was thinking about this from when I was watching the trailers, but seeing the movie, I was noticing it too. Is like how nice everything looked, how detailed everything is.
Mhm.
Like you can see the the thing that like got me was there was like a close up of Mario, and you can like see the threading in his hat, and I was like, oh my good, like was there more time that went into this than some of the other stuff? Cause and like Bowser too, like when you get like really like close-ups with Bowser, you can see like the individual like scales and stuff on him too. Just like all of the like texture work and animation stuff was like really impressive to me. I think the other piece of it is just like this is like the first year where like all year I've been like working on this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like hyper aware of all these little things, and it's just making me I was just like blown away by the stuff that they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I finished watching it, I was watching it with Cloris, and we were like, "That's a good comfort movie." Like
Yeah.
that's just like something that like just I would turn on later in life when I'm just like going to bed or just like just want to watch something that doesn't require much like mental intake. So like, or were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna agree with you. One of the things that I was reading or listening to after it came out, I forget who it was that said it, but they were like, it's just like it's like a decent Mario movie,
Yeah.
which it's crazy that we didn't have one before now.
Yeah.
it like it doesn't like crazy impress, but it didn't like super disappoint,
Yeah.
which is like good. That's
Hmm.
kind of all it needed to be, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
Um, So I don't know if you've like read up on all the Illumination Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, and I think what is Illumination? Because they were one of the
Illumination
producers or like
Illumination is the like animation studio.
okay,
They are the Minions people.
they are the Minions people.
Yes, they're the Despicable Me, and what's their other franchise? The Secret Life of Pets is their other big one.
Okay,
The Secret
so
Life of
not very
Pets
many.
and The Secret Life of Pets 2 and the DC Super Pets
Okay,
movie that came out like last year or
okay,
something. And then the like 7 Despicable Me
yeah, yeah,
movies.
yeah.
But they're one of their I think I don't one of their higher up people has gotten really close with Nintendo and is like now on the board of Nintendo, and he's like the first non-Japanese person who is on the board at Nintendo. So
Mm-hmm.
it seems like they're like forging a good relationship between these two, like, I don't know, studios, I guess. So it seems like they want to do more animated stuff through Illumination, which is great for Illumination because I was saying this after I saw the Minions movie this summer. It seems like it seems like they're really and it doesn't seem like they are really really talented animators, and I think they just really want to work on anything except for Despicable Me stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of the Nintendo properties is like a good place for them to like, put some of their creative talent into.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say, do you think that there's going to be some more like animated movies from Nintendo and Illumination going forward? And do you think they're going to like, I don't know, try and do what everyone else is doing with like try and create like some sort of franchise? And are we going to get like phase 1 of the Nintendo movies culminating in like a Super Smash Brothers movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did like I when I finished the movie, I was like, they have so much that they could do with
Mhm.
it. I mean, like there's even like so many characters, like Yoshi, like wasn't even
Oh, you didn't stick around till after the credits?
Oh, I guess not. I remember you were talking about that yesterday, and I feel like I did, but I just literally don't remember. What was
I,
it?
I I don't know. I guess there was some sort of Yoshi thing at the end,
Oh,
like after the credits had
oh,
played.
okay, then I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
I didn't
Wow.
stick around either. I was like, I don't feel like sticking around. I'll
Yeah.
read a, I'll read a Vulture article about it.
Okay. Well, maybe I just
Yeah, I looked it up and
unknowingly
I
already.
guess it was just like there was like a Yoshi, but there were like Yoshis in this
Yeah, yeah,
movie,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
was like,
But not
not the
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Yeah,
I love that they've run into that issue. Like Toad, there's Toad, but then there's Toads. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
um, but I don't know how much. I don't necessarily think that they would do like a a game by game like movie. Like it one, I don't think would be like Super Smash like
Yeah, yeah.
or. But I do think they just have a lot of like plot lines that they can follow with like more focusing on characters. Also, I really liked the like flashback and they had like baby
Oh, yeah,
Mario
yeah.
and Luigi. Like I thought that was really clever. Um, but yeah, I just there's so many characters that I I feel like they're just gonna kind of make their own narratives kind of outside of maybe the narrative in the games, and then just kind of mesh it together with all that there is within like the Nintendo realm.
I think I think the potential for I think that the potential does my mic sound weird?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it seems like it's echoing on my. Anyways, I think that the potential for the Legend of Zelda series is really interesting because that's a lot of like lore and story based
Yeah,
stuff that could be, a lot more interesting
yeah,
story wise to dive into than some of the Mario stuff because a lot of the Mario stuff is like a blank slate. There's
yeah,
like
yeah.
not a
Save
lot
the
of.
princess.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's where I don't think they'll base it off games. But yeah, you say that, and I'm like, I don't know why they haven't already done that because I feel like that would instantly make money. Like Zelda, like they have such a like following. I feel like of like diehard fans. So
Hmm.
like I 100% think that could really sell. And like you said, that's a lot more narrative based. Um, Like, I mean, if a Kirby movie came out, like, I would have to watch
I'd be
it.
there.
Yeah, but it's just, like, Kirby's cute, like
Kirby is cute, and someone stole his food.
yeah. Like, I don't know like, I played a decent amount of Kirby games. I don't know the narrative really at all, but, like, I would 100%, be invested as long as it's not like a Sonic hybrid with, like, humans and just stay in the animated realm.
Okay. I thought I remembered this correctly. What if I told you there was a Kirby TV show from the early
Is
2000s?
it, like, just, like, cartoon animated? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds kinda interesting.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
Yeah.
I'll have to track it down.
I feel like I vaguely remember seeing that, like, as a kid.
There's 100 episodes.
Wow. There is a narrative.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's probably like week to week stuff and like,
Yeah. What are we
you
gonna
know,
do now?
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Where can I watch it?
Um, but yeah, I think this is kind of on theme. Like in The Last of Us, we talked about the potential of just adapting video games, and I think it's really effective because, you know, especially for like our generation, like there is adaptions, but they aren't always the best. So like having like good quality adaptions, I think is like just like really intrigued and um just are gonna do really well. Um,
Yeah.
um, I also just think it's really easy. Like
Yeah.
you're putting a well known thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what
I guess the stakes are kind of
the
higher.
problem with movies right now is.
But yeah,
Is that everything everything that studios are putting money into is all IP based, especially like this year. There's like a lot of it, and I think it's probably just, you know, we're finally getting to we're finally starting to get back to the uh I don't know, I guess like movie planning schedule that didn't have to deal with COVID production and shutting down and all that stuff.
mm-hmm.
Like, I think everything that was like everything that after this year, everything that will have come out was not like, oh, we wanted to start making this, but then COVID happened, and
Yeah,
so I think that saturation of IP stuff might start to go down, but it still feels like there's a lot of IP related stuff this year. I mean, when I was putting together that list for Caneflix picks, just of like sequels that are coming out this year. I did not realize how many sequels were coming out this
Yeah.
year. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you
As
think-
much as I'd like to see original stuff, I think you're right. People really enjoy seeing properties that they already like
Mhm.
put on screen in some way.
Yeah. Well, and like it also kind of like, not that there's like a huge barrier in like experiencing these like specific like franchises like Mario or Zelda or whatever, but it does like kind of universalize it in a sense of like instead of having a way to play the games, everyone can have a way of at least recognizing or understanding them.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, that doesn't really work in the case of Mario because I feel like everyone knows Mario and has some understanding of like he has to save the princess.
Yeah, and I don't know if you felt this way walking out of it, but I was like, I kind of want to go home and play Mario.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and maybe, I mean, I was excited just because I have been playing like a bunch of just Mario DS games and playing a lot of Mario Kart. And so like I'm already like really immersing myself. So like to not have to like control a character and just sit back and watch like sounds nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Did you play anything?
No, I don't think so. I got really into on the plane. I was playing. I started playing The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap,
Hmm.
the Game Boy Advance one that they've ported onto the Switch. It's really, really good. If you want to like download a ROM
Yeah.
and play it,
Gotcha.
it's a really, really fun.
Mhm.
I've been enjoying that. So I haven't really been playing Mario stuff. I mean, I guess I've been playing Mario Kart with just my family and stuff. And Mario Party.
Yeah.
Got big onto Mario Party.
I'm trying. Is there anything that I really like Mario Party too? The no reference there, or at least that I remember.
No.
I guess the star is kind of
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, has like a Nintendo game aside from like Pokemon like had like a big release like this like in film? Because like even like the Super Mario Bros. Movie from like whenever,
93, I
like
think.
that wasn't
Yeah.
like
94.
that wasn't like a Hollywood deal or anything, was it? Or was,
Oh, yeah.
oh, it
Yeah.
was okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what the studio was. The Mario. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers. Studio was. It's not going to tell me. Okay, I think it was like Fox maybe
Okay, well,
or Warner Brothers.
I've revoked my statement, but I just was like, I feel like Pokemon is kind of the only one that I see
Yeah,
out
and
of like Nintendo.
Pokemon is like kind of separate. It's like a Nintendo property, but I think technically the Pokemon company does its own thing. That's why there's
Interesting.
been like animes of Pokemon for like the last,
Yeah,
20, however many years Pokemon has been around.
yeah, interesting.
Yeah. There's the Legend of Zelda like animated thing.
That's newer or
that-
old?
Old that you've probably seen in memes. The like, I'll find it. I'll find it for you.
It's interesting that they all had this like animated like series,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in like the late, like in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, but then just like dropped off the face of the earth and then are now being talked about.
Are you gonna watch the Legend of Zelda animated series?
Where you can?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a trick question. I'm gonna say like Steam or something.
No.
Okay, like a real streaming service.
Like, don't think too hard about it. What streaming service do you go to when nowhere else has it?
Oh, Tubi.
Yeah.
Oh, word. How many is a show?
Yeah.
How many seasons are we talking?
Hold on. I was trying to find this image.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's from.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's all good.
It's all good. Technical difficulties.
And we're back. You didn't notice the shot change.
Yeah. Or me dropping the whole entire camera on the ground. It's fine. Yeah, let's go back and see how many episodes. But yeah, I was one season, doesn't say how many episodes. Maybe IMDb will tell me. We've gone off.
Yeah.
We've gone off topic.
Maybe because
13.
we didn't
13 episodes.
Okay, so it's short.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there was a whole lot to say about it.
No, there was like an animated Mario TV show as well.
Yeah, I remember watching that. I feel like as a kid.
Obviously the Sonic movie, although that's not Nintendo, I think that's been the biggest. And I almost feel like the success of the first Sonic movie, once they changed the Sonic design, was probably what inspired Nintendo to finally be like, okay, this will make us money. We should probably start doing that. And then they also have the theme park that just opened. I don't know.
I have. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Have I told you my Sonic story? I've seen it in theaters.
No.
It's not like anything crazy, but I just like went and saw it last minute with someone just for jokes.
Hmm.
Thought it'd be funny. And I we go to like it's called Eaton Square here. It's like a cheaper theater.
Hmm.
Um yeah, anyways. So like I'm watching it and like we're like towards the like conclusion.
Hmm.
Like the movie's about to end and like I don't know if this kid was just like asleep. It was full of kids first
Yeah, yeah.
like of course. Which I it's been a that was probably my first time that I like went and saw a kids movie in theaters since I was a kid, and I was like forgot that you bring your kid to movies
Yeah, yeah.
because I just like didn't ever do that. So it was like super loud the whole time, but I was chilling. I thought it was funny. Um, but yeah, I don't know if this kid was like asleep or something, but literally it's like Sonic just like defeated the bad guy and whatever Jim Carrey is. I don't remember
Yeah.
what his name is, and like it just does like a close up frame of Sonic, and I just hear this kid like from the top of his lungs go, "Oh my god, it's Sonic!" And I was like, I died laughing. I was like, bro, where have you been? Like, he like literally like it was like he hadn't seen him the whole movie. Um, yeah, I don't know if he just came in the theater or something, but
Yeah.
but I was dying laughing. I thought it was so funny.
um do you have anything else? I have one more thing before we
I
want to
I
wrap
I
up.
just had a statement. I was gonna
Yeah.
say that I don't think the Sonic movie, or I guess the original Sonic movie and Detective Pikachu, tell me how the plot's different. I also haven't seen Detective Pikachu, but it's just like they get in the human world somehow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
I just wanted to note that I feel like they're the same.
Yeah. Detective Pikachu was good.
Okay,
I
I
enjoyed
haven't
that. I
seen.
forgot about that one. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Um, my last little thing, I just wanted to, because I'm sharing it with everyone I can, because I think it's hilarious. I saw a news article saying that the Peaches song that Bowser sings
Mm-hmm.
is technically eligible for Best Original Song at the Oscars.
That's funny. That-
So if it would get nominated, we could potentially have a a
Jack
Jack
Black.
Black performance at the
Yeah,
Oscars where I'm sure he would wear the like giant Bowser
yeah,
onesie to
yeah.
play the piano and sing it.
That's really funny.
And I just really want that to happen now.
That's really funny. So I actually had another thing regarding the like Peaches song.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it was like maybe the day after the movie was released. Do you know what Lyrical Lemonade is?
No.
It's this guy like I think it's his like company, but this basically music director named Cole Bennett. He's like he's pretty young, but he does like a lot of like these like really kind of artsies and like he has a really unique style. But like he mostly does like hip hop videos
Mm-hmm.
like of like just like well-known hip hop artists. But I follow them on YouTube and I like see the Peaches like Jack Black and I was like, "What?" And he just like they did like a music video for him and I was like, "This is so weird." So it's just another funny thing to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, would you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd recommend it to people who like Mario or just were like, if you had any interest in seeing it, you'll probably have a good time.
Yeah,
It's I enjoyed myself. I didn't like hate it. Just was not, I don't know, as positive on it as other people are.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say a similar thing of just like if you like grow up playing the games, enjoying the games, and like want to be further immersed in that little kind of unique world, then I enjoyed it, and I think you would too.
Yep. Well, we'll see everyone next time.
All right.